This is Jordan Davidson from the USI World Explorers here, and by the title of this video, you may be wondering what in the world I'm about to talk about. Over the course of my trip to Europe, I learned one thing for sure. Even though traveling the world is pretty awesome, it also has the potential to be pretty stressful. Unlike traveling in the US where I have a car at my disposal and the English language on my side, in Europe I often had neither of these. Getting from place to place was all about punctuality, making connections, and being able to solve problems through the power of deduction. And sometimes, things go wrong when all three of these factors try to come together. Take, for example, our trip from Amsterdam to Osnabrück. To make the nearly 300-kilometer journey, we had to take 2 trains and a bus. It's interesting because in retrospect, that doesn't really seem that bad. But at the time, I was nervous about it. We started off at the Schiphol airport in Amsterdam and trekked down into its bowels to catch a train. We knew the train number and the destination, so using the signs it was pretty easy to figure out where to go. Things didn't really get interesting until we got to the point where we were supposed to transfer to the bus. After struggling to find the right bus, the bus numbers were wrong and we only had 10 minutes to make the connection, we finally found the right one by looking at where they were going. We all got on and prepared to settle in for the hour bus ride. And then we found that there were no seats to be had. Every last one of them was full. So it was either stand on the bus for the entire ride or wait for another bus in this random station between Amsterdam and Osnabrück. We decided on the former rather than the latter because our luggage was already stored away in the bus's cargo hold. So, after standing on a bus for an hour and feeling very much like a dog that's trying to stand in a car, we made it to the next train station. Up the flights of stairs we trudged with our bags, each of us having enough in them to last us a month in Europe. We boarded our next train with these, yet found the ride to be rather unpleasant because of the hot weather and the lack of air conditioning in the train car. At this point, I feel like I need this sound effect. But yes, we did make it to Osnabrück safe and sound. Now why did I tell you this story? What purpose did it have? Ladies and gentlemen, this is where I first came up with Explorer tip number 1. A little something I like to call roll with it. As I said before, in retrospect, this wasn't even the most difficult set of connections I had to make during my travel in Europe. If I would have taken a moment to catch my breath and realized that getting upset over the situation had no potential of helping me, I would have had a better time. I only realized this once I got to the dorms in Osnabrück and settled in. But, as Albert Einstein once said, learn from yesterday, live for today, hope for tomorrow. So I learned from my mistakes and created Explorer tip number 1. Next time you're traveling and you're having a stressful time, try to remember that the situation is only temporary and you're better off to roll with it. Your trip will be better, those traveling with you will appreciate it, and overall you'll be a happier person for it. Thanks for watching.